Hey guys, how's everybody doing tonight? I'm going to try and keep this video short because I'm kind of tired and I really want to get a good sleep for tomorrow, which is basically the launch, relaunch of my live shows. Last time I streamed was February 5th of last year, and I couldn't be more excited for the guest who I have coming on tomorrow. So Dr. J. Smith is going to be on tomorrow night, August 24th at 6 p.m. PST. That's 9 p.m. I think Eastern Standard Time, so 6 p.m. Pacific Standard. Tomorrow, the 24th. So for those of you that don't know who Jay Smith is, and you're curious, just Google him or do a quick YouTube search, Dr. J. Smith. The man is a brilliant apologist who, basically for the last 30 years, has been like battling Muslims the way that Paul the Apostle did 2,000 years ago. You know, outside in public places. There's a place in England called Hyde Park where he used to go out there like every weekend. And anyway, I'm not going to get into all that. I'll let him introduce himself and everything tomorrow, but it's going to be amazing. So make sure you guys come and check that out, okay? It's going to be an awesome opportunity. He'll be taking live questions after his presentation and everything. So make sure you guys all come and watch. That's tomorrow night, Monday, 24th, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard or 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. Okay, so I guess it's past midnight now, so it's Monday, August 24th, 2020, and here's your End Times news report. Gulf Coast of U.S. facing double hammer blow from hurricanes. Record back-to-back storms will deliver a double hammer blow to the U.S. Gulf Coast this week, with more than half of offshore oil production already shut down, and residents from Texas to Florida are warily watching the skies. From the south, we got Tropical Storm Marco, which is rushing toward a Monday landfall in Louisiana. And while it will be damaging, larger and deadlier Tropical Storm Laura is stoking concern among meteorologists because of its potential to strengthen as it traverses warm Gulf waters. The double threat has already prompted evacuations of offshore energy platforms, and almost 58% of oil output and 45% of natural gas production in the Gulf Coast of Mexico has been shut down, according to the Interior Department Bureau of Safety and Environmental Enforcement. Laura is expected to become a hurricane by early Tuesday, according to an advisory from the National Hurricane Center. Due to sea level rise, ocean levels in the Gulf are about 6 inches higher than they were when Katrina came ashore 15 years ago. This is according to a global commercial insurer. The Gulf also is warmer than normal this year, which will fuel both storms as they near land. Laura has already killed at least 7 people in Haiti and the Dominican Republic, according to the Associated Press. Flooding rain sent mud sliding down steep mountain passes there and in Cuba. 13 storms have now formed across the Atlantic this year, including 5 that hit the U.S., and it is the fastest start to a hurricane season in record going back to 1851. Destructive floods hit Turkey's Gürsin province, leaving 15 people dead or missing. Heavy rainfall caused destructive flooding in northeast Turkey's Garsun province, Black Sea region on Saturday, August 22, 2020, leaving a huge infrastructural damage and at least 4 people dead and 11 missing. Officials said heavy rains in the district of Dereli started at 1500 hours on Saturday, with 5.5 inches of accumulating rain before the end of the day. More heavy rains are expected in the districts of Kadanaki, Kororeli, and Daganakent on Sunday. The rains caused the Aksu Creek, which runs through the district's center, to overflow, turning roads into raging rivers, sweeping away vehicles and destroying buildings. Roads to over 118 villages in Gursun are closed. Interior Minister Solomon Sali confirmed 4 casualties and 11 people still missing. According to Salu, 5 police officers and an excavator operator went missing after a 5-meter-high culvert collapsed due to floods. Typhoon Bavi moving toward the Korean peninsula. Typhoon Bavi formed north of the Philippines archipelago on August 21, 2020, as the 8th named storm of the 2020 Pacific typhoon season. The system was located in conditions conducive for rapid strengthening, and by 1200 hours UTC on August 22nd, Bavi was a severe tropical storm. As of August 23rd, the center of the severe tropical storm Bavi was located about 290 kilometers or 180 miles west of Kum Island, Okinawa, Japan. The The system is expected to continue moving toward the peninsula in the days ahead and peak at 185 kilometers an hour by 0600 hours UTC on August 25th. Sorry, that's 115 miles an hour. The current forecast track takes it toward eastern North Korea, with landfall expected on August 26th. And as you know, they're already under horrible conditions. 60% of the population there is starving. So hopefully that hurricane doesn't just like wipe them right out. I feel bad for the innocent civilians in that country. Gulf Coast braces for historic twin hurricane hit. A storm dubbed Marco grew into a hurricane Sunday as it churned up the Gulf of Mexico towards Louisiana. Another potential hurricane, Tropical Storm Laura, lashed the Dominican Republic and Haiti and was tracking toward the same region of the U.S. coast, carrying the risk of growing into a far more powerful storm. Experts said computer models show Laura could make landfall with winds exceeding 110 miles per hour, and the overlapping storms could bring 2 feet of rain to south-central portions of Louisiana. There has never been anything we've seen like this before, where you can have possibly 2 hurricanes hitting within miles of each other over a 48-hour period, said Benjamin Scott, meteorologist in charge of the National Weather Service Slidell, Louisiana office. The prospect of piggybacked hurricanes was reviving all too fresh memories of damage caused by Hurricane Katrina, which struck the Gulf Coast on August 29, 2005. I remember that. That was so crazy. Katrina has been blamed for as many as 1,800 deaths, and levee breaches in New Orleans led to catastrophic flooding. It's probably more than 1,800. What we do know is there's going to be a storm surge from Marco. We know that the water is not going to recede hardly at all before Laura hits. And so we've not seen this before, and that's why people need to be paying particular attention, says Louisiana Governor John Bell Edwards. After Hagia Sophia, Turkey turns another museum into a mosque. The Turkish government formally converted a former Byzantine church into a mosque Friday, a move that came a month after it drew praises from the faithful and international opposition for similarly turning Istanbul's landmark Hagia Sophia into a Muslim house of prayer. A decision by President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, published in the country's official gazette, said Istanbul's Church of Saint Saviour in Kora, known as Kyrie in Turkish, was handed to the Turkey's religious authority, which would open up the structure for Muslim prayers. Like the Hagia Sophia, which was a church for centuries and then a mosque for centuries more, had operated as a museum for decades before Erdogan ordered it restored as a mosque. It was not immediately known when the first prayers would be held there. The church, situated near the ancient city walls, it dates to the 4th century, although the edifice took on its current form in the 11th to 12th centuries. The structure served as a mosque during the Ottoman rule before being transformed into a museum in 1945. A court decision last year cancelled the building's status as a museum, paving the way for Friday's decision. Greece's foreign ministry strongly condemned the move, saying that Turkish authorities are once again brutally insulting the character of another UN-listed World Heritage Site. This is a provocation against all believers, the Greek ministry said in a statement. We urge Turkey to return to the 21st century and the mutual respect, dialogue, and understanding between civilizations. Last month, Erdogan joined hundreds of worshippers for the first Muslim prayer in the Hagia Sophia in 86 years, brushing aside the international criticism and calls for the monument to be kept as a museum in recognition of Istanbul's multi-faith heritage. As many as 350,000 took part in the prayers outside the structure. Iran rolls out 2 new cruise missiles in tribute to assassinated leader. Iran has unveiled 2 new cruise missiles, one named after U.S. assassinated Iranian General Qasem Soleimani, and the other after a deputy who was killed with him. Iranian Defense Minister General Amir Hadamani says the Martyr Hajj Qasim missile is a surface-to-surface mid-range missile capable of reaching 1,400 kilometers. The second missile, Martyr Abu Abdi B, is named after Abu Muhammad al-Muhammad. The commander of the Kataib Hezbollah militia was killed along with General Soleimani and a number of others in the U.S. targeted killing near the Baghdad International Airport on January 3, 2020. The Martyr Abu Mahdi is a cruise missile with a range of more than 1,000 kilometers. Okay, thank you all for watching, guys. I hope to see you all at the live show tomorrow at 6 p.m. and have a good night. God bless you all.